This is Pub Battles Waterloo by Command Post Games. I begin with the Grand Battery opening up. The French 6th Corps moves to meet the Prussians. British 2nd Corps. Hill occupies Hougoumont. Riley's 2nd Corps. Riley's 2nd Corps hits the British left. Kellerman's 3rd Cavalry Corps moves forward to support any breakthroughs. The British Reserve. The British Reserve unpacks bags. The British Reserve artillery wheel about to cover the center. French 1st Corps. French 4th Cavalry Corps. British cavalry holds. Turn to combat. Riley's attack is very successful, destroying one French unit, pushing the other one back, who pushes 2 more units back. Turns out it was a good idea to unpack the reserve's bags. They will be busy. Turn 2. Prussian 4th Corps enters the fray. British cavalry. The heavy cavalry recover. The French 3rd Cavalry under Kellerman. They are elite and can charge, which they do. Charge is successful as they run down and destroy the British elites. French Cavalry Corps advances forward. French 6th Corps. Lobau 6th Corps advances forward, searching for the Prussians. The British Reserve. The French 1st Corps flanks the British defenders. The Prussian 4th Corps enters the game. The British 1st Corps. French 2nd Corps. Riley's 2nd Corps continues their aggressive move on our British left. Major success. The cavalry rides off and the detachment is eliminated. Heavy losses on both sides. Turn 3. Now here we see a major problem for the British. Here's their unpacked bags, which were safe and helping out initially, but now it looks like the French are going to be difficult to stop. The Chittra will be decisive. The Prussian 1st Corps enters the fray. Turn 3, late afternoon. The British 1st Corps. The artillery behind La Haye Sainte fires blindly, but effectively. They storm the French center. British Reserve Corps. The Reserve Corps artillery is brought around back to see if they can come around and open up on anyone. French 2nd Corps. The French Guard. Guard's artillery opens up on Hougoumont. To no effect, the Old Guard charges Hougoumont. Prussian 1st Corps. Blucher and Zieten come on at the head of the 1st Corps column. And you can see the long baggage train behind the Prussian Corps. French 4th Corps Cav advances forward. French Cavalry 3rd Corps. British 2nd Corps. British 2nd Corps leaves Hougoumont and attacks the French from behind, foiling their flank attack. Bülow's 4th Corps, the Prussians. British Cavalry. Can the British Cavalry save the day? The heavy cav charges the flanking unit. Jerome is in the woods, so they ignore Jerome. Riley's Lancers are destroyed. French 1st Corps. Durland pulls back his beleaguered troops and sends in 2 fresh divisions. Lobau's 6th Corps, French 6th Corps. Flank attack, the Prussian 4th Corps. So let's start over here with the flank attack. The Prussians are destroyed. British center, British are destroyed. Durland's first attack, the British destroy Durland's men. In the center, Durland pushes the British back. Okay. French 2nd Corps attacking the cavalry in the rear while they were attacking someone has totally routed the whole group. The French center assault has collapsed. But over here, the middle guard. Here the French Guard does what the French Guard does and drives back the British on the extreme right. And now we have an interesting situation because the French center has collapsed or been driven back. The British right has collapsed. The British left has collapsed. Now we begin turn 4, and turn 4 will be very interesting. The British Reserve Corps. The French 6th Corps. French 6th Corps hits the Prussian column and guards the flank from Blucher. French 4th Cavalry Corps. Now this is interesting. The 4th French Cavalry Corps is right here. They could move up and contact the baggage, but this British cav could then attack them using a charge move and rescue the baggage. I would rather 3rd Corps get a chance to attack them and actually pull off the attack, because that would end the game right there. So what we're going to do is the 4th Corps is going to contact the heavy cav. Oh, we forgot one combat last turn. They both rolled 1s, so no damage there. The artillery races off into the woods to hide. Prussian 2nd Corps. Perch enters with half a move. So the Prussians are coming on, but you see they've got 4 divisions divided between 3 commands. Very disconnected force. Blucher and Zieten attack. British heavy cav charges the French 4th Cavalry. They each do 2 to push back, but now British Cavalry, rest of the British Cavalry Corps forms a protective circle around the baggage train. French 2nd Corps puts pressure on the British cav. Now he can't attack them, they'll simply ride away. When combat starts, they'll just retreat out of the way. But it clears them out of the area. Bülow's 4th Corps. Another Prussian block enters. British 2nd Corps cover the British center. Durland's 1st Corps. Cav rides to cover the bags, and 3 divisions are covered. French 3rd Cavalry. French cavalry charges. Cook's guards retreat from the heavy charge in the rear. British cav gets shocked back. Guards driven back by the cuirassiers, the regular horse cavalry are also shocked back by the French heavy cav. British 1st Corps. Kielmansegg pushes in the center, and the French guard attacks. Let us see how this all falls out. First off, the guards walk away from that, or ride away from that. The British guards attacking the rear. Forced to retreat. Oh, they can run this way, so they do. But they push back Jerome's troops. That leaves the only combat is the Guard Corps. Young Guard attacks Hill's elite troops. Hill's troops are driven back. The Old Guard, these units voluntarily retreat. Voluntary retreat pushes back these detachments. The militia are destroyed by the heavy guard. The cavalry can't retreat, so the Dutch militia cavalry face the French Guard heavy cuirassiers. Actually, in desperate fighting, hasn't become spent, but they also are lost. Now, the British have lost 6 blocks. Turn 4, the British army is broken. Now, technically, at this point, the Prussian army is not broken, and that would be a whole separate battle. But with the British army in retreat, how would the Prussians fare against the French? The French have only lost 3 units, and tomorrow, there's 3 more turns left today, the Prussians certainly couldn't push on. The Germans, the French can probably come really close to destroying half the French army that's on, or half the Prussian army that's on the board. And even if they didn't, like I say, they'd be close. And tomorrow, when the other Prussian corps shows up, Grouchy's 3rd Corps would show up, I would not be betting money on the Prussians to win that battle. So this time, by dinner time, the French have won Waterloo. That was a great game.